Folks, welcome back to Adopt Africa. This is Chris. I can't do this segment justice. I'll do my best to very quickly just bring you up to speed. Less than an hour ago, on the 17th of February 2021, iconic media personality Rush Limbaugh passed away at the age of 70 from stage 4 lung cancer. We've known this has been coming for some time. We suspected it, but hoped that we would be able to overcome it. It's quite tragic and sad news to hear about, but let me just try to do it justice here. I haven't been reading much of Fox News lately, but I have to say that the author of this article, Brian Flood, did justice here. So let me read what Brian Flood had to say about Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh, the monumentally influential media icon who transformed talk radio and politics in his decades behind the microphone, helping shape the modern-day Republican Party, died Wednesday morning at the age of 70 after a battle with lung cancer. His wife, Kathryn, made the announcement on his radio show. She said, losing a loved one is terribly difficult, even more so when that loved one is larger than life. Rush will forever be the greatest of all time. Limbaugh learned about his cancer, stage 4 lung cancer, in January 2020. Sorry, a little emotional. My mother also just passed from stage 4 metastatic lung cancer in December 7th of 2020. She was diagnosed a little bit before Rush, so they lasted about the same amount of time. But he was presented with the Presidential Medal of Freedom at the State of Union address in January of 2020. He's considered one of the most influential media figures in American history and played a consequential role in conservative politics ever since the Rush Limbaugh Show began back in 1988. Perched behind his golden EIB Excellence in Broadcasting microphone, he spent over 3 decades as both the most beloved and polarizing figure in American media. No doubt about it. The program began 33 years ago with national syndication of only 56 radio stations, but that's respectable to start out a show that's just getting going. Pretty impressive. But today airs on more than 600 stations with 27 million weekly listeners, and his influence has been seen around the world. In his final radio broadcast in 2020, he thanked his listeners and supporters, revealing at the time that he had outlived his prognosis. Wasn't expected to be alive today, he said. I wasn't expected to make it to October, then to November, then to December, and yet here I am, and today got some problems, but I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. Born in Cape Girardeau, Missouri on the 12th of January 1951, he began his radio career in 1967 as a helper when he was just 16 years old. Eventually graduated to disc jockey. I also did the same thing. Worked at a small radio station roughly 100 miles south of St. Louis while attending high school. Said he was totally consumed. That's what he told the New York Times back in 1990, that his idol was Chicago radio host Larry Lujak. By 71, he was a morning radio host in Pittsburgh, where he was oddly told to cover a certain amount of farm news because the area was surrounded by many agricultural communities. Yep, interesting thing. So Rush Limbaugh, ladies and gentlemen, has passed away at the age of 70. And Godspeed, Rush. You were truly the icon. People know him for his political views, his commentary, coining such phrases as ditto and ditto heads and feminazis, things like that. He was eventually enshrined into the Radio Hall of Fame, the National Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame, 5-time winner of the National Association of Broadcasters Marconi Award for Excellence in Syndicated and Network Broadcasting, and #1 New York Times bestselling author, named to one of Barbara Walters' 10 most fascinating people in 2008, and one of Time's 100 most influential people in the world in 2009. Amazing personality, and he will be missed. He will be missed. Fascinating person. Dead at the age of 70. Rush Limbaugh, folks. Godspeed, Rush, and best wishes to his family.